everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my TV series that I like series here on my channel. So every episode I talk about 8 TV shows that I enjoy watching, and every time I will remind you guys that TV and movies do have content, and these days it's very hard to find TV or movies without content that you don't agree with, that you don't believe in, stuff like that. So just have that as a caution that most, if not all, of these TV shows will have some kind of content that I don't really love. So the first one I'm going to talk to you about is Harrow. Harrow is a good one. It is, I think it was on Disney Plus, or was it Netflix? I can't remember. But Harrow follows our main character, who is a forensic pathologist, I believe, and he works for the city police force and with the morgue and all of that kind of stuff. So it's essentially a crime show that follows this one guy as he helps investigators figure out what happened. And I really enjoy Harrow is our main character. I really enjoy his personality. He does have a lot of issues with following authority figures. So he does go off the rails quite a bit. This one I would say is more drama, but there is some lightheartedness with it also. But a little bit leaning more toward drama, I would say, or more serious tone. But there is like a handful of lighthearted moments, so there's both, I guess. The next one is Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. This is so funny because I just last week finished rewatching this series. It's really good. I say that in lowercase letters because if you're sensitive at all to magic, don't watch this one. This one, it's very magic heavy. Like, there's lots of spells and yeah, just the whole magic thing, because they go into Wonderland. So our main character is Alice, and she's with the Knave of Hearts, and they go from our Earth, our world, to Wonderland. And Wonderland is this wild place, kind of just like it is in the original Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Wonderland is bizarre and weird things happen and magic is huge, and I can't even describe to you everything that happens in Wonderland because it's just bizarre is such a good word for it. So very much like the original tale, Alice originally in the storyline here, she has already gone into Wonderland the first time around. She's come back out into reality, but she's like aged many years, and she comes back with this whole big story of Wonderland, and her father thinks that she has lost it because none of this makes sense. So he thinks she's maybe going insane or something. So he puts her into a facility, and they also think she's insane. And so they try to treat her as such, and through certain events, the Knave saves her and they go back to Wonderland. The Knave and Alice are not a romantic item, but they are really good friends, which I thought was such a nice dynamic, because so many times if there's a male and a female main character in a show, they have to be romantically involved, and I just appreciate when they're really good friends, and they both appreciate each other's friendship. It's not one-sided. One person doesn't have feelings and the other person rejects them. You know, it's both friend all the way across, and they love each other as friends, and I think it's just really nice. But yeah, definitely there's a lot of magic in here. So yeah, I guess you can decide for yourself if you would like to try that. Another show is Death in Paradise. This is a really good show. This is a British show, and you guys all know that I love British television. So Death in Paradise follows our main investigator, who is from England somewhere, I think. And he moves to this island, this tropical island. I think it's a fake island. I don't think it's a real one. I think it's a fake one just for the show. But he moves to this island to become the detective inspector there and solve crimes. And I just absolutely love this show because first of all, it's quite lighthearted. And secondly, if you give me a show that is set in the tropics, but as a local, like, we do know that our main character, the detective inspector, is not a local, but all of his deputies, or whatever they're called, I forget, all of his employees, or whatever, the other cops, they're all locals. They've been born and raised here on the island. All of the crimes that they investigate involve, well, mostly all, involve people that are born and raised on the island. So you do get a very, very good sense of island life from like a local perspective, and I just love that. That is so interesting to me. So the crime aspects are also entertaining. Each episode follows one singular crime, but like most shows, there are some story arcs that go on in the background with each character. And this show was kind of interesting because I think the main detective inspector, the actor, I think has changed like 4 times. And they do change out. Like, it's not like the same character with a different actor. You know, it is a different character, but essentially all playing the same role. Like somebody from England coming in and being the detective inspector. Anyway, very, very good. I really like it. My husband enjoyed it as well, and we would watch it again. Another show that I want to talk to you guys about is Ghosts. Ghosts is a currently airing show. I believe we're on season 2 or 3. And okay, so right off the bat, I do not believe that when a person dies, they become a ghost, okay? That's just where that is. But for entertainment's sake, this is a fun show. It's some kind of big estate home, and these two people this young married couple buy this big estate, and they move in with the intention of turning it into like a B&B or something. But early on in their experience at the house, the woman has an accident, and when she comes to, she can see all these extra people. And she's like, I don't know who are all these extra people. And her husband's like, what people are you talking about? There's nobody here. So all of a sudden, she can see all these people that he can't see. And then it comes out that all of these people that she can see, I think there's like 6 people maybe. All of these people have died at separate times in history in this house. And so they are now stuck there because that's where they died. And she can see them and talk to them, but she's the only one. So it is very, very comedic, very, very funny. You just have to suspend that part of your disbelief because, like I said, I don't believe that's accurate, so it's just for entertainment's sake for myself. The next one is Flatch. Flatch is again a comedy. So funny. This one is very like dry humor. We are in this small town and everybody's a bit odd in their own way, but also all in the same way. They're all a bit odd, and mostly we follow these two, this guy and a girl. They're cousins, and they are quirky. They bring such humor to this town. Everybody knows them. They know everybody. It's a really, really small town. Nutty things happen on this show, and these two are usually at the center of it. And it's just really funny. Yeah, I don't know what else I can say. It's a comedy. It's funny. Another show I will talk to you guys about is FBI. Now this is going to be the original FBI, not there's FBI Most Wanted or FBI International. Not those two. I'm going to go with the original FBI. So the main actors on here are Missy Peregrine and Zico Zaki. Anyway, I really enjoy the show. This is a serious show. It's a crime show. Every episode they're dealing with a different scenario or issue or problem, and it is at the FBI level. So they usually don't deal with anything that like the police department can deal with, and they usually don't deal with anything that would involve like the CIA or anything. They very much stick in their FBI wheelhouse, and yeah. We just follow the cases every episode and also some of their personal lives, and it's entertaining. I like it. My husband likes it. I don't know what else to say. Another crime show, but this one I'm sure everyone has heard about or seen, which is Law & Order SVU, Special Victims Unit. This one, I have seen all of it from the beginning back in the 90s. I think back in the 90s it started. Yeah. I think I've seen all of the ones from the early years, I think. But definitely going forward in the 2000s and on, I've seen all of those episodes. This one is Special Victims Unit, which is usually sex crimes, but can sometimes be children crimes or anything that has more of a unique focus that the police department can't really handle, will go to SVU. I really like that we've kept with Olivia Benson, Mariska Hargitay, she's the actress. I really like that she has stuck with the show the entire way. So the show's been going on for like 20 some years, and she's been like the main actress the whole way through, and I really, really like that. And I believe she has even said that it has influenced, like being this character in this type of show has influenced her philanthropic efforts within the sex crime world, I guess. She has been outspoken in like real life about it and stuff. So one thing I will say though, this is a serious show. There's no comedy in it, and it gets dark sometimes. So there are some story arcs and even some single episodes that are too much for me, because it doesn't hold back when it goes dark. So I will say that if you're really sensitive to things like that, maybe don't watch this show either. But overall, when I'm in a good mental headspace, I do enjoy watching this show for the most part. But I do always have that guard up. If I can't handle any kind of situation that they put on, then I move on to the next episode. I don't force myself to watch it if I can't. So there are another 8 shows that I enjoy watching. Let me know if you have watched any of these, if you like any of them, if you have further recommendations for me based on what you now know that I like. Yeah, let me know what you like to watch in the comments below, and have a lovely day. Bye!